Hello. What's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Monday to y'all. Good to see ya. Biggie Schmaltz, welcome to the Fishbowl with the gifts up to Emiliano the Maxity. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soups here for our new subscriber. What's up, Embers? And also, Manomars, and Kamanik, and Jeffrey's Fries, and Mino. And I'm looking am I looking shadowy? I look a little shadowy. Maybe it's in a good way. Hey, what's up, Jonathan Snow? How are you this afternoon? Dragonrith, Sandman, Nightbot, of course, Scott Puff X. Ooh, you modified Snow Stompy. Sweet. Let me pull it up. Hey, what's up, Tony Gruff, Helichrome, Killick, Ifrog, A2Frog, Bimho, Falconish, Mino, Nilflix, welcome to the visual. Thank you so much for your subscription. What's up, Paul? Big scoops here for our new subscribers. So, how is everyone doing today? I am hyped. We are playing some Modern today, and I think it's going to be fun. I am super excited for this. Modern action time, and yeah, we have some Mono White Devotion action. The only Goldfish, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber, Emiliano the Maxity. Is that right? Emiliano the Maxity. Close. I gotta be close. Hey, what's up, Jeffries? Spetfries, how are you? Waiting for the day you pronounce my name right, you're getting closer. Jenser Esperia Fries. I think I'm close. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. This deck is pretty unique. The only thing I'm wondering about with this deck is if we should be playing more utility lands, but we really want the snow-covered plains. We only got 17 lands altogether, and we need basics for border posts, so maybe we can't really do it, but this deck is spicy. It is a spicy one. So how is everyone today? Of course, the big news is we kind of got spoiler cards already. If you missed them, we got 2 new cards. You can find them at mtgpreviews.com, but these are cards that are technically from Throne of Eldraine. Oh yeah, the fall set got announced as well. But these are from the Brawl decks of Throne of Eldraine, if you haven't seen them yet. So, should be sweet. Arcane Signet, if you play Commander, this is like one of the best mana rocks that you can play. I mean, it's not Soul Ring, but as far as 2 mana rocks, I think it's better than the Signets and the Talisman. It's going to see a lot of play. And this card is sweet too. Chuthlain, Teller of Tales. Draws lots of cards, ramps ya. It seems like a fun commander. So cool to see new cards coming out. Part of our infinite spoiler season plan, which we seem to be in the middle of. People will buy Cloudstone Curio. Maybe my favorite thing about this weekend, though, in Throne of Eldraine, I think the best part of it is is that on Thursday rumors came out that there was going to be a fairy set, and that Eldraine was going to be a fairy set. So MTG Finance went and bought out all the fairies, like a bunch of fairy cards. And then we found out that Throne of Eldraine, it's not a fairy set, it's a fairy tale set. So now all the people buying out fairy stuff just totally got stuck, which I find hilarious. That is probably my favorite part of this whole thing. Psychologist, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Hey, what's up, Song of Dominia? How are you today? So, yeah, we're playing some Modern action today. Mono White Devotion, really, this is a Thalia's Lancer deck. You probably noticed there's a million of random one-ofs. The idea is that we could tutor up our legends with Thalia's Lancers and play them and do sweet things. So, we're going to see. It's going to be interesting, at least. Very flavor value. Yeah, I mean, Eldraine looks sweet. I am really hyped for Eldraine. If you had told me we're going to do a set based on fairy tales, I probably would have been like, I don't know, that doesn't sound like the best idea. But seeing the art and reading the description of it, it sounds really fun. It sounds super sweet. Tomic is double white, so it works well with the devotion plan, and it shuts down some things. Yeah, I don't really know. It's double white though. Yeah, the art is super sweet. My name is in Spanish, so try giving an accent. Oh, you don't want me to try to do a accent. It is more Brothers Grimm style. That's what I think what Mero said is it's like Grimm's fairy tales combined with Camelot is the description of it. Ooh, standard Mystic deck. That looks sweet. I mean, there are a lot of colorless cards to power out with it. Bag of Holding seems good. Maybe some treasure map action could be helpful. That looks like a fun idea. Good against Ren in 6. That is true, and Ren in 6 is kind of on the upswing. We will see, we will see. It is going pretty well. I got up this morning, recorded Budget Magic, then I recorded a podcast, or started recording Budget Magic. Then we had the podcast, now it's stream time, so a fun day of Magic stuff. Hella Grove, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. So let's do our reminders, talk about this deck, then we can talk Throne of Eldraine, we can talk Scape Shift, apparently the new hotness in Standard, just taking down 4 of the 8 slots of the GP this weekend. We could talk Brawl decks. Brawl is a thing again, apparently. What do you think? We gotta get into it. Let's talk about the deck first, so we talk about this. I'm really curious what people think of this Brawl. I thought Brawl was dead. I thought Wizards also thought Brawl was dead, but it's back. It is risen somehow from the ashes of having one-player Brawl championship tournaments. It's back with precods and arena. So Dutch guy for the 4th month. Hey Seth, work was real bad today, but your content always cheers me up. Scoops cheers me up. Yarakamanakan for the wins. Well, Dutch guy, I hope the day gets better, and thank you so much for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Today's Budget Magic is Standard. Next week's Budget Magic that I was working on today. Oh my god. Next week's Budget Magic, I don't want to be hyperbolic, but it's maybe the sweetest budget deck we've played in a few months. Like, this is top tier Budget Magic coming out next week. Today's deck is sweet too, the Standard deck, but next week's Modern deck, oh man, it is very far up there in the rankings of Budget Magic decks. As far as like apparently goodness and also just like sweetness, Nervagovsky, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Anyway, let's do our reminders. First off, replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, that's where you can find tons of stuff. There's literally a Budget Magic going up after our stream. We stop at 5 my time. Budget Magic goes up at 5, so as soon as we wrap this up, there'll be Budget Magic action. There was a sweet Standard or Modern deck yesterday for Mucha Brew, Unexpected Urza Tron, which it took some work, and I still might post the bad versions at some point, but we got to a pretty sweet version eventually, so check that out. There's Modern Mayhem tomorrow, there's Commander Clash this week, so much stuff on the YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that. A reminder that our sponsor today, like usual, is Card Kingdom, and if you need some new Magic cards from Core Set 2020, from whatever set really, Card Kingdom's got you covered. You can even grab a Saffron Olive sticker if you mention it in your order note. So thank you so much to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Did I just butcher your name? Probably. Oliver Thoss? Oliver Thoss. I think I nailed that one actually. So otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, also donations. Always appreciated, certainly not required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. Stream highlights on YouTube have been great editing lately. Yeah, Matt's been killing it. Matt does such a good job editing, so thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it. One land spy back in Pauper with the London Mall. Ooh, we could try some. It seems like it would benefit from it. How goes the creation of the Paper Yarok deck? Not yet, not too much yet, but it's on the list. It's on the list. I still got like a month until Vegas. Vince is talking a lot of trash in his videos about your beard, your comment. Vince, he's just jealous, honestly. I kind of feel bad for him. Like, he tries really hard to grow a good beard, and you can tell he puts a lot of time and effort into it. I don't put any time and effort in my beard. It just naturally is lustrous and beautiful and better than Vince's, so I think he's just jealous, honestly, but you know, that's how it goes in the content world. There's always some sort of weird rivalry going on. As I may have missed it, can you fill me in? The true Brawl spoilers are going to be Standard, Modern, Legacy, Legal. Yes, they are Standard, Modern, Legacy, Legal, so yeah, that's my comment on Vince and his try-hard beard. Who is your favorite of the Goldfish crew? So I love all the Goldfish crew, but Tomer is my favorite. I love doing videos with Tomer. I really enjoy hanging out with Tomer. I'm really sad he's not going to be in Vegas because I just always have fun when I do stuff with Tomer. I don't know why, but we just always have a really good time when we do stuff. So I love everyone, but I always just have so much fun when I do anything like content or Commander or whatever with with Tober, we always just have a blast. Dun Deception, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. All right, I'll pull up the spoilers one more time, and then we will talk about this deck, start playing Magic, because people are still filtering it. So today's spoilers. So here's the deal, and I'm going to do a video. I think it won't be up till tomorrow. I almost was like, oh, okay, I won't stream today, and I'll do the video, but I wanted to make sure we got in the stream, because we're not technically in spoiler season, but I'm going to try to do a video for tomorrow, breaking down all the announcements of the weekend. But the two cards from today, they are technically Throne of Eldraine, but they're actually from the Brawl decks connected to Throne of Eldraine. Arcane Signet, one of the best 2-mana mana rocks in Commander. It's like Command Tower mana rock at 2 mana. And then Shoelane, Teller of Tales. This seems like the kind of Commander I would play. It's got a little bit of like Risen Reefiness, a little bit of Zendikar Resurgent. Cast a creature, draw a card, you can put a land into play so you get more mana to cast more creatures, to draw more cards. These cards are all legal in Standard, Modern, Commander, Legacy, every format essentially. Standard's a big one though. I mean, they're designed for multiplayer, but it's going to be interesting to see if any of these cards take off in Standard. That's one of my concerns is, if any of these cards, like imagine if we got like a Teferi level card, like a 4 of Standard staple in one of these decks, it has potential to be really expensive. And and Professor was just talking about it on Twitter, and some of the Wizards people are like, oh, well, it's important to note that you could get them from the premium boosters too, but they're like $25. I don't think $25 booster packs are going to save the day if these cards end up getting expensive. So we'll see, but definitely cool. Anyway, let's talk about this deck. Start playing Magic, then we can talk Brawl, Throne, whatever y'all want to talk about, we can talk about it. Beards and how Vince's is horrible, etc., etc. Oh yeah, did you miss that? All right, let's talk about the deck. We talk about it as we're going. They announced they are going to have premium boosters. I guess I should pull this up. I'm going to do a video on it. Like I said, I'm going to do a entire video on this tomorrow, so we're not going to spend too much time. We're here to play Magic, but they announced these new boosters over the weekend. The big one was premium collector's boosters, which you get so I believe all the cards will be from Throne of Eldraine, but you get a extended art rare mythic, a foil rare mythic, non-foil commons and uncommons, 3 special frame cards, which are kind of like masterpiece looking cards, 1 ancillary card, which comes from like Planeswalker decks or the Buy a Box promo, and a foil token, which is cool. These are sweet boosters, but they said, oh, there's no MSRP, but we expect them to sell for $20 to $25 a booster, which, oh my god, that means a box is like $1,000 or something ridiculous. So, most expensive boosters in the history of Magic by far. Osprey, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I think I actually don't mind the premium booster thing or collector boosters. I think if Wizards wants to try to make more money, doing it with non-exclusive cards is good. Stuff like that bothers me way less than like unique buy a box promos or whatever. Like, you can get all the cards that you can get in those boosters in normal art from normal packs. So if you aren't interested in like collecting the whatever unique stuff, you can just ignore it. So anyway, let's talk about this deck and start playing some Magic. So this is Mono White Devotion. The plan of this deck, and this deck is sweet. So step 1 is to ramp, and our plan for ramping, let's give Frank, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. GI today, brother, always love watching. Why border posts out of curiosity? Well, we're just going to talk about that. Let's get Frank's. So the main ramping plan is Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, which pays a mana, tap it, equal the number of white mana symbols on the battlefield. Well, border posts are a cute way to kind of be lands that have white mana symbols. So border posts combine with Nykthos and a bunch of stuff with white mana symbols to make us a lot of mana. So that's kind of our ramp plan. Weathered Wayfarer finds our Nykthos primarily, also Ghost Quarter in the sideboard. And then as you see, working the way up the curve, like our 2-drop slot, Auriac Champion, double white, gains us some random life. Rune Halo protects us, double white. Knight of the White Orchid hopefully ramps us, double white. So we have a lot of double mana symbol stuff. So in theory, our Nykthos is going to tap for a lot of mana. We also have 4 Leylines of Sanctity in the main deck. Leyline is sweet because it's essentially 2 free white mana symbols. A really sweet ramp with Nykthos. So that's kind of the early game, as we're trying to get mana symbols on the battlefield, trying to find our Nykthos, use Weathered Wayfarer to find our Nykthos, developing our meta with Border Post, and then the key card that kind of holds this deck together is Thalia's Lancers. Thalia's Lancers lets us tutor for a legend when it comes into play, and it's also a 4/4 for 5, so it's not a bad body. So that gives us the ability to play a ton of random one-ofs, and these are all cards that we're just hoping to cast naturally. So we have like Elspeth, Karn, Elishnorn, Ugin, and Ulamog, a Karn the Great Creator, a Heloid God of the Sun, a Brimaz, a 3-mana Gideon. So even though these are just one-ofs, in theory we find them consistently thanks to Thalia's Lancers being able to tutor them up, and then whatever situation we're in, we can get like Wrathy Planeswalkers, like Ugin or Elspeth or Elishnorn. We can get Karn to exile a permanent, Ulamog to exile 2 permanents. We could use Karn the Great Creator to get Mycosynth Lattice. So it kind of holds together all of these one-ofs is the main plan. All of our expensive one-ofs, a little bit of risk that we just draw them at the wrong time or in the wrong order. That is a bit of a concern with all the one-ofs, but hopefully Thalia's Lancers can hold it together. So that's basically the plan. Ramp in the early game, slow things down, hopefully use Thalia's Lancers to find our big finishers. Sideboard-wise, Mastery of the Unseen, an old standard devotion trick where if you make enough mana, you can just manifest a lot of stuff, flip it around. Ghost Quarter to tutor up against Tron, Liquid Metal Coating Lattice to work with our one of Karn, Rest in Peace for Graveyard, Stony Silence for artifact decks, Grand Abolisher fight through counter spells, Tomic to fight against Ren in 6, and Worship just to jank people out of the game. So that's the plan, kind of like mono white ramp. On Thin Ice over Path, so the upside here is On Thin Ice adds a mana symbol to the battlefield, so it ups our devotion when Path doesn't. Is that enough to make it better? We'll find out, but that's the theory behind it, is it adds a mana symbol. Stony Silence of the Border Post deck seems bold. Yes, that is bold, but if the choice is lose to Affinity or lose to our own Stony Silence, I guess we choose lose to our own Stony Silence. Alright. Let's see. There we go. Mono White Devotion, and let's give this a shot and see how it actually works. Do you feel any shame for creating a more resilient version of Tron? A little. I did feel dirty. You probably saw that when I was like playing the deck. I felt really bad when I won by naturally casting stuff with Tron. That was kind of hard. I felt like a bit of a hypocrite or whatever. So I tried to avoid that and spin the wheel of luck, but sometimes you just gotta do it. Hey Seth, do you think we're going back to Mirrodin New Phyrexia? I wouldn't be surprised if we went back to Mirrodin / New Phyrexia eventually. I don't know how soon it'll be. We know there's Eldraine, and we know we're only staying in Eldraine for one set, so in theory it could be. Did I take a shower afterwards? Yeah, I had to take a shower, wash off the dirty Tron feelings. I had to do that after we played Boggles once, too. Now we only got to play, like, Infect. Why does the ramp play Big Things deck Mono White? Mono White offers some interesting possibilities. Unhidden Realm, welcome to the Fishbowl. Ooh, humans, thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups tier for our new subscriber opponent. Ether Vials passes. Ugh, that's the worst time to draw Leyline of Sanctity. Well, let's Weathered Wayfarer. We are going to need some mana. A little bit worried about just getting run over by humans. I mean, technically we have 2 lands, and Weathered Wayfinder finds us more, so it seems not as risky as it maybe looks. Unhidden Realms, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups tier, oh god. Big soups tier for our new subscriber. That really slows down our border posts. We draw Nykthos. Alright, so we have to play Nykthos. Border post. Pass the turn. Ooh, next turn we have Brimaz. Like, we're kind of putting this together, but our opponent could still just kill us. Opponent. Yeah, but we have to pay 1 still. So we have to pay 2 mana for the border post, which, since we drew a land, it still worked out, but there was a risk that that wouldn't work. Humans can be pretty quick. Do a poll or a donation goal where you have to play most hated deck. That's actually kind of a good idea. People would probably like that. Do you think changes to the product offering with Eldraine seem to be a positive or a negative? I guess positive. In general, I'm okay with more products as long as they're not like Nexus of Fate and contain cards you can't get anyplace else. I'm all for like more versions and printings of cards that are already in the format. I think that's normally like a good thing. So I think in general, I'm pretty happy with it. I actually kind of like Lantern. I like prison style decks. So playing Lantern wouldn't actually be too much of a stretch. Lantern is a deck that I would, or like Were Prison. I would probably play that just for fun because I think that kind of fits my twisted definition of fun. Do you think that card is a bit too good? It seems like every big mana deck just slams card and sideboard artifact package. Yes. I think that it might be. Opponent name's Walking Ballista, which is actually not even a card in our deck. Goes to combat, attacks. Hits us. Yup. Down to 18. Alright. Yup. Vials in. Phantasmal Image on Meddling Mage. Well, so far our opponent hasn't done very good guessing. So with Rowan Kenneth showing up in Red Riding Hood, will Kenneth be Little Boy Blue? Man, opponent named 2 cards. Opponent Meddling Mage 2 cards that are literally not part of our deck. I like that. I like that. Alright, what's our plan here? So we can Knight of the White Orchid, get a land, and tutor for a land? Okay, play the Plains. Play... Oh, we need our opponent to play a land, don't we? Majora did nothing wrong! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. 1 year resub. That is super impressive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, grab a Snow-Covered Plains. Yes, please. And, I mean, this is also a decent blocker. I guess we're not doing too bad. We're up to 4 mana symbols, so next turn we can make Nykthos mana. Okay. I mean, we'll see what our opponent has. If they can just, like, bounce our Knight and attack, that's a lot of damage, but Vials in, 2-drop, equals... No, that's pretty fine. That could have been way worse. Opponent gets a Karn, I guess. I don't know who Majora is. So what do y'all think about the Brawl announcement? I'm really curious. Like, are you going to play Brawl now? Do you know why Blue-White Control isn't playing Karn Lattice? I guess it has access to the good blue Planeswalkers. Might be the easiest answer. Opponent plays a land. Only 1 card in hand. We might actually be okay here. Opponent. Last card. Phantasmal Image. Well, that's Weathered Wayfarer. Snow-Covered Plains. And, alright, opponent. Ooh, they can... Meddling Mage again? These Meddling Mages! Vervet, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 29th month in a row. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our re-subscriber. Well, losing these Thalia's Lancers is annoying. Opponent gets in. No blocks. We want our white mana symbols. Opponent hits us down to 16. Oh, come on. Something good. Something good. Opponent passes. Knight of the White Orchid. Well, Weathered Wayfarer. Take a Nykthos. Oh, they can crack. Alright, add white mana. Play Knight of the White Orchid. Yeah. Opponent cracks draws. Batboss, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscribers. So we don't get a land, but we get another blocker. And then play the land, play Brimaz. Alright, we need a way to get rid of this third Meddling Mage. That's the card that's giving us a problem. We need an answer to that, and then we get to Lancer off. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty canopy-heavy matchup. Mages are naming Walking Ballista, not in our deck. Path to Exile, also not in our deck. But this last one, naming Thalia's Lancers, is giving us all kinds of problems. Opponent finds a Reflector Mage, bounces Brimaz. And another freebooter. Alright. Well, come on! We have big figs and we can cast them. We just need to draw them. That's where we're at. Opponent. Yeah, I guess our opponent just assumed Ballista. Path makes sense. Ballista's a little bit of a weird name. So where are we at with the Brawl thing? Do we think it's a good idea? Like, are you gonna play Brawl now? That's what I'm curious about. Like, did you already play Brawl? And are you gonna play Brawl now thanks to the additions? Border Post. Well, yeah, pick up a land, play a Border Post. All the mana but nothing to do with it. Snow-covered plains, pass the turn. Come on, deck! Well, we were talking about the Thalia's Lancers. This is where the plan of using Thalia's Lancers as the core of the deck is an issue. M28 Legendaries make Brawl more appearing. Brawl is like standard-only commander, essentially. There's some slight differences, but that's the easiest way. Opponent, top decks, Mantis Rider. Alright, things are getting worse. We have draws that win us this game, but will we draw them? Opponent attacks. Yeah, I guess we got a block. Kill the Thalia. We're taking 5. We're running out of time to draw something. We're just going to die to these flyers as we can't cast our Lancers. Opponent. Cracks Waterlog Grove. Passes. We draw. Snow-covered plains. Oh, play Brimaz. Play Snow-covered plains. And the fizzle is on past the turn. Are we dead right now? 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like we go to 1 unless our opponent drew something. We just didn't hit any top end stuff. Brawl is normally... I think Brawl is normally multiplayer. But not in the arena world. The top left of your webcam, there's a line. Yeah, you're right. Green screens are a fickle thing. Opponent. They top deck another Meddling Mage. Well, we need to draw like Ugin. I think that is where we're at. I can see what I can do about the line. I don't know if I could actually fix it in the middle of a stream. I don't know why. nothing changes, and then it randomly does that sometimes, and I don't know. I don't know why. That's the downside of green screens, I guess. All right, opponent combat. Gonna hit us for a billion, and opponent drew a lot of meddling mages. Well, this is it. We need a sweeper. Elish Norn, Ugin, something like that, and it's gotta be this turn. And the fizzle continues. Well, when you build your deck around Thalia's Lancers and you can't cast Thalia's Lancers, things go bad in a hurry. Whew. Alright. So, I guess we can bring in a Worship. We don't actually have a ton for this matchup. We basically need to hit a finisher, and our deck just didn't give us a finisher that game. I just picked up Mono Red Frenzy, Modern Deck you did on Budget Magic. Was curious what new cards, if any, you would recommend adding. Ooh, I would have to think about it. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any new additions, but I would have to actually dig into it a little bit deeper. That was rough. What do we do? Now our opponent knows what we're doing, which probably is going to improve their naming. Huh. A little weird that we don't have any sweepers. I mean, we have sweepers, but they're all like 1,000,000 mana. They're all like super expensive. We don't have any cheap sweepers. Leyline of Sanctity. We can trim a Leyline. Mastery of the Unseen. Maybe it's worth it. None of the rest of this stuff seems that worth it. Lands on the battlefield. Land cards in your graveyard can't be the target of spells or abilities. Your opponent control. Your opponent can't play lands from their graveyard. Grand Abolisher. Maybe we just can't change much. That might be where we're at. Slaughter of the Strong would be sweet. Ooh, let me see, Tracy. 4 and 2 F and M. Nice. Ooh, that looks fun. Sarah's a pretty powerful card. I think Sarah's a little underrated. That looks like a cool, like, control-y token deck. I like it. Yeah, that is true. I don't think we really want Stony Silence. I don't like, fighting... I don't like fighting against just... I don't like fighting against just Ether Vial. I don't think it's worth it. Well, okay. I mean, we have an Elish Norn. Ruined Halo can maybe buy us time. We got the Nykthos. If we get Elish Norn down, it should be good. We have Wrath. They're just not real. They're like Elish Norn, Ugin style Wrath. Huge expensive Wrath. Blue Cheese with the resub for the 18th month. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Just threw my Prime sub to Vince and he pronounced my name wrong, so Team Seth. Ooh. Well, glad to have you back, Blue Cheese. And also the Uba Ninja. Welcome you to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new resubscriber, 31-month resubscriber. So did anyone play any Magic this weekend? Did anyone do some cool Magic-y things? Did anyone go to GP Denver? I'm curious. I heard it was really small. I'm a little concerned that like GPs are dying. It kind of actually seems like because of all the upheaval with organized play, GPs are like, How do you feel about Feather in Modern? I think there's probably a way to make a sweet Feather deck. I don't know exactly the best way of doing it. I haven't tried to build it yet, but there's probably a way to do it. Ruined Halo on... I think we're just going to go Mantis Rider. That seems like the most annoying threat for us to deal with at the moment. Hit our opponent down to 19. We're getting close to adding mana with Nykthos, but we're not quite there yet. Opponent untaps. I drafted double Golos tech at F&M. Ooh, that sounds super sweet. Got my Arena daily quest done. I did some limited on Arena this weekend. Ranked drafts finally came online, so I could spend gold on them, and I did a couple of drafts. Kingsdale, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I'm not really worried about our opponent picking apart our hand. I'm more worried about just dot. Huh. Good name, I guess. Good name, I guess. Out of all the things our opponent could possibly name, Elishnorn that's interesting. Opponent named Elishnorn Grand Cenobite. Yeah, at least in game 1 it was like the 4th Meddling Mage. After they were worried about predictable stuff like Path and Walking Ballista, and then eventually they got to Elishnorn. Opponent. Ether Vial. Gaddock. Okay. I mean, I guess that sort of makes the naming make slightly more sense. Our opponent probably thinking they could shut out other stuff with Gaddock. That does mean we can't worship. Opponent. We have a new donation, Reflector Mage from Dragonarith. $2.13. I was at GP Krakow a week ago. The amount of players was normal, but only 3 vendors and 1 artist was very disappointing. Ooh, yeah, that is not a ton of vendors, that's for sure. Opponent gets in, hits us. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, I think that Denver only had like a few hundred players, which is not a ton. Well, play Heloid. Pass the turn. Oh, I don't know. We're kind of in the die part of the game already. Chaos, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Lost to Infect and Janky Phoenix. Yeah, Infected Phoenix can be pretty tough. Opponent, combat. Gets in for a billion. Yeah, we'll take a billion. Oh, this Meddling Mage. We need a removal spell for Meddling Mage, and also for Gaddock. Alright, opponent, what else you got with those 3 cards in hand? The deck could use more cheap creature removal in the 75. Yeah, that might be true. I mean, our hope is that we'd be casting huge removal, but humans in specific... and their timely Meddling Mage naming is making that a little bit hard. Opponent, what did they find? Meddling Mage. Well, if they name something... Now, let's see what they name. Let's see. Oh, in the chat watching the stream, I guess that would explain the timely naming of Elishnorn in the dark. So I guess that's less surprising. Now let's border post, pick up a land. Play snow-covered plains. Play Weathered Wayfarer. And pass the turn. I mean, Sometimes, I don't know if someone's ghosting or not, but it happens. It's part of streaming. We're mostly here to have fun anyway. So if we get sniped, we get sniped. Blue Cheese with a gift sub to Therif. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. All right, another reflecting mage. Oh God. Well, our opponent might be looking at our hand and has drawn really well. I mean, they've just drawn super well, so. Welcome to the Fishbowl, Therif. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Boda, take it up. Are we ever going to get the Bearded Besiege deck? We played it in one Much Brew deck, but we'll have to do a Against the Odds version at some point and just build a deck completely around it. Boda, combat. Attacks, attacks. Well, block and block, I guess. Yeah. This doesn't feel good. I guess we should have killed the real one, but opponent kills our stuff. Another vial. Passes. We draw. Nothing. Well, play the nothing, pass the turn, and yeah, I think we're just dead. My guess is we're dead because we got stream sniped. A lot of times stream sniping is like medium in value, but if you're playing Meddling Mage, then being able to know what's in your opponent's hand goes up way higher in value. I was wondering your advice on Ren in 6. Sell it or hold it as the price increases. Yeah, opponent gets in for 10, and I'm not seeing a way out. Another vial. Opponent passes. Weathered Wayfarer. Well, play Weathered Wayfarer. Yeah. Alright. Well, good sniping, opponent. Good sniping. We started at 2 Easter time, Tracy. So we lost round 1. My guess is our opponent was looking at our hand. And honestly, a lot of times when there's stream sniping, I kind of am like, I don't think it matters that much. But I think it matters a lot in that game because the odds and reason of naming a one of Elish Norn in the dark on turn 2 are just like so incredibly slim, and that was the difference in the game, honestly, that we couldn't play the Elish Norn around the board. We have a new donation from Swagity, $10 donation. I've saved this deck a couple times in hopes it might see it on Against the Odds. Think it might be something you'd enjoy. Ooh, well, Swagity33, thank you so much for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. And I'm pulling up the deck now. Black Sun Scarabs. Ooh. That looks sweet and pretty budget-friendly to boot. That's a combo that we haven't really played. Blowfly Infestation with Nest of Scarabs. It's definitely a cool idea. Maybe I'll have to try it on Budget Magic or test it out and see how it functions. And it could be a sweet Budget Magic deck. Definitely a cool combo. That's for sure. All right. Well, heading towards game number 2. We'll see what happens. We couldn't play Worship because our opponent played Gaddock Teague. Well, I think that's pretty much confirmation that our opponent was looking at our hand. If someone with the same name showed up in chat, named Elish Norn with their Meddling Mage, and then left the chat as soon as we were done with the match, I mean, I don't want to throw accusations, but this seems like fairly solid proof that that's probably what happened. All right, this hand. I mean, I guess we keep it. Leyline of Sanctity does just randomly beat some decks. And we have a removal spell, Auriok Champion. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to keep it. We're a Nykthos away from having a lot of mana. That's for sure. Hey, see you, Mana Mars. Should you sell your Red and 6 or... wait. So should I sell my Red and 6 for now why it's worth a ton of money? I would go with just sell it. It could keep going up in price, but it's already worth a lot of money. We don't know what could happen in the future as far as reprintings or whatever with Modern Horizon cards. So I think there's a chance it keeps increasing in value, but I would be fine just eliminating the risk of anything going wrong and selling it now. That would be what I would do. On the other hand, I am pretty high on Modern Horizon cards in general and am interested in like picking up some boxes and stuff because I think there is more potential value over the long term there. And we have another new donation. So many donations today. Thank you so much. Ooh, Heloid. Thank you so much, everyone. Well, let's get rid of this Bob. We don't really want our opponent drawing extra cards. From Dragon Earth, $11.11. I've been playing this list for the past few weeks. Finished top 3 at every FNM. Pretty competitive meta. Have 2 PT contestants at our LGS. Ooh, wondering if you could play some Mill sometime. Let me see Dragon Earth. Dryad Arbor, eh? Don't see too many Dryad Arbors running around. The riskiest of lands. Blue-Black Mill. That looks sweet. Didn't we play Mill not super long ago? I think that Blue-Black Mill is actually like a relatively competitive deck in Modern at this point. As strange as it sounds to consider it competitive, but that looks like a solid build, Dragonrith. Yeah, we'll have to do some more milling at some point. Well, that's a blowout. Opponent gets their Bob back, gets to start drawing extra cards. Boy, what we would give for a Nykthos. We really want a Nykthos, like so badly. Dark Confidant for our opponent. Oh, no. Oh, what is our opponent doing? Knight of the Reliquary. Opponent's going to town. If you ever think about mashing Dovin's Acuity and Disinformation campaign into the same deck, I've definitely thought about it. I don't know if it's really a good plan or not. That's a lot of cards that don't do anything. Boy, opponent, they gotta have Red and 6 going on. This must be a Red and 6 deck. Our opponent's playing something. Maybe this is like 4-color Loam? There's Knight of the Reliquary. Well, you get to gain a life. Yes, please. Oh, boy. Nykthos. Nykthos. Simian Spirit Guide Life from the Loam. Alright. Alright. I don't know what our opponent's doing, but they're doing something. Play Heloid. Gain some life. Nykthos! We would have so much mana. We could play this Ugin and get rid of our opponent's annoying stuff. Dark Confidant, Chalice of the Void. Not super good against us. Yeah, opponent's deck is spicy, that's for sure. Gonna be silly about penny cards. I picked up some unstable lands at $2.35. How long would you hold? Ooh. Jeez. What are the prices at now? I haven't actually looked at unstable lands very recently. Blast Zone. Well, someone was asking about Atomic. This seems like a Atomic matchup. Atomic seems actually insane in this matchup. Blast Zone is actually kind of obnoxious. We have another donation? So many donations. Vote it. Combat. And passes. I mean, maybe we can just Heloid them. from Let's Get Franks and Border Post, a $7.63 donation says, have you ever considered running mono green control for modern again? Or better yet, have you taken a look at the list recently and updated it? So I really like the mono green control deck in modern. So running it again is definitely a possibility. I have not really updated it though, although I will say I noticed a green-white control deck that looked kind of similar floating around in Modern in the metagame page, so it might be worth checking that out. Opponent, yeah, Reliquary Tower, Knight of the Reliquary stuff. Oh, come on, Nykthos. Thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, maybe we'll play that one again sometime, because it is a really fun deck. Four Weathered Wayfarers, no Emiria. Yeah, we definitely could play some more utility lands. Field of Ruins or Ghost Quarters, Emiria, Blast Zones. So there are definitely possibilities. Opponent. Okay, taking up their Blast Zone. Well, play Boros Reckoner. Pray for Nykthos for the Zugin. Pass the turn. Opponent hits a land with their Bob. Their Bob has been pretty pain-free, I will say. Impressively pain-free. Do you think Temur Elementals could be a competitive deck in Standard? Yeah, I think Temur Elementals already is a competitive deck in Standard. And it seems like a deck that should get even better after rotation. Opponent. Chalice on 1. Alright, that's not that relevant. Combat. No attacks. Ooh. Oh, Nykthos. We need a Nykthos. Well, I mean, I guess we just pass the turn. Wow, we could go off if we do a Nykthos. Shit Game 1! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Opponent taking up their Blast Zones. Sagging lands. They're going to kill our ley lines by the looks. Ugh. Huh. I mean, Heloid just gets blocked, and then we take a ton on the backswing, because Knight of the Reliquary can grow itself bigger than Heloid. We could attack with Reckoner, but it keeps our opponent from attacking, which is nice. Where is 8.5 tails for the Wombo combo with Ugin? Wait, what does 8.5 tails do with Ugin? Opponent down to 7. I mean, maybe they'll just draw themselves to death. I think that's our biggest hope. Blast Zone is eventually going to be an issue. It's already kind of an issue. Just clearing away all of our ley lines is annoying. Although our opponent's Bob is going to kill them eventually. Heloid doesn't have Vigilance. Other creatures do, but not Heloid. Opponent. Okay. Blast Zone aways our ley lines. Probably means they have hand clearing discard, I would assume. I mean, if we draw Nykthos, life is sweet. Opponent. Loams back some lands. And passes. Well, make a dork. Gain some life. Nykthos. Nykthos. One time. One time with the Nykthos. That's a card we can't even cast. what happens if we attack with everything? We attack with everything. Our opponent blocks here with Bob. Blocks here. We get in for 3. If our opponent blocks here and here, opponent goes to 1. Oh, we activated it once. It makes this 2-1. We activate it at the end of our opponent's turn. Hey Seth, hope you're doing okay. Are you going to try a 10-10 hammer deck at some point? We'll definitely do some hammering. I promise, in the not too distant future. I'm kind of tempted to just all-out swing. Yeah, if we attack with just Reckoner, though, the Bob dies. And I don't know if we want the Bob to die. I think it's either attack with everything or attack with nothing. And leave the Dark Confidant out. Attack with everything. Opponent blocks here. Blocks here. Blocks here. Takes 3. Then takes 2. Down to 1. Let's just wait and let Bob spin one more time. Opponent gonna sack lands. This land sacking is also decreasing the lands in our opponent's deck and increasing their odds of hitting non-lands with Dark Confidant. Come on, painful. Something painful. Ooh, Liliana down to 3. Okay, that's kind of what we were looking for. Whoo! Now our opponent's in a really tough position. That Dark Confidant, that's exactly what we wanted. There's a Chalice on 1, so we can't Wayfinder at the moment. Or, I mean, we could. It would just be countered. Oh, that was good. Yeah, now our opponent needs to deal with this. So they play Dryad Arbor as a blocker. Opponent. Scavenging Ooze. Well, that's a way our opponent can gain a little bit of life. Oh, we still want a Nykthos. Captain Markov, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, if they want a Liliana Edict, get rid of their own Bob. We're pretty okay with that. Opponent. They're also in dies to Ugin range if we draw Nykthos. Renin 6. Kills our Cleric. Okay. And opponent passes. Well, make another one. Gain a life. Untap. Huh. Gideon of the Trials. Do we just pass again? I'm almost wondering if we just pass another time. Our opponent can eat... I guess they can upkeep, eat creatures. I'll play Gideon. Take up on Ren in 6. Pass the turn. Opponent. I'm gonna keep thinning the deck with the Knight of the Reliquary. Sacks a Dryad Arbor. I mean, the problem with attacking with anything is the Dark Confidant goes away, and the Dark Confidant's one of our best ways of our opponent dying here. So I feel like... Okay, Bajuka Bog, sure. I feel like giving our opponent a way to get out from under this Dark Confidant's a bad thing. Opponent eats a Simian Spirit Guide, goes up to 4. Flips a Loam, goes down to 2. Ooh, this is so close. Opponent. Loams back some lands. Replays Dryad Arbor. We gain some life. With our opponent at 2, the attack with Reckoner gets better. Knight of the... Oh, okay. Knight of the Reliquary. That's good. Gets back a land. Do we have this? We might have it now. Oh, we might have it. We have a bunch of payoff cards. They're like in our hand, but we need a Nykthos to cast them. Opponent passing. We untap. Opponent discards. Well, play. Well, now we gotta attack. Attack our opponent. I assume our opponent's got to block with Dryad Arbor and go to 1. Yup. Blocks with Dryad Arbor. Oh, yeah, they get to do this forever. How do people blatantly win trade in Vintage now? Basically, thank you for the cheer. 500 bits. Thank you so much, CC Casper. So basically, opponent stays at 2. Knight of the White Orchid. Get a land. Gain a life. Take up Gideon on Ren in 6. Pass the turn. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Finish this off. Finish this off. Opponent. Eats Knight of the Reliquary to 3. Azusa! And we got there. The plan of stalling until our opponent bobbed to death. Huh. That went very well. That was that was what we were hoping for. We couldn't draw a dang Nykthos to go off with our big stuff, but we just had to do nothing long enough to get the win. Okay. Well, score. So the Vintage win trading thing is basically Vintage is a pretty small league usually, so it's possible, especially if you go to like a weird random time at night when not many people are playing, that you could actually have you and like some friends join the league match at the same time and play against each other, and have one player concede to the other player until a person got to a 5-0. And that's actually profitable. If you look at, if you have 2 players and one goes 0-5 and one goes 5-0, that actually amounts to a net increase of value. So it actually helps. It's actually profitable if you did that. You would make money by doing that. So I think that's the motivation for it. Yeah, our opponent's deck took care of it there for us. Well, I think we want all of our graveyard hate. We want Tomics, and we want Rest in Pieces. Those seem like our best cards. What do we not want? On Thin Ice is sketchy. We might have to just not play On Thin Ice. We saw Ghost Quarters. We saw Assassin's Trophy. Our opponent is going to be able to kill our land, I think, that they're enchanting. Hey, what's up, Bead King? How are you today? 8.5 tails can make your opponent's lands white, so... Oh, I see. That is sweet. Kind of like a reverse card. A reverse card combo. We got to cut 3 more cards. The question is, what are those cards? Ruined Halo is fine. Knight of the White Orchid, Auric Champion, Gideon Brimaz, Boros Reckoner, Heloid. Leylines I think are decent. Elish Norn. We're running low on time. Go down a Ruined Halo. Go down a Brimaz. And I think we'll go down Ulamog. Try it like that. Whew. All right, try it like that. Oh, I know, we just cut the Ulamog. My apologies. Ulamog is sweet, though. Pedro Headshots. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Oh, the No White Mana Dream Draw. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big huge cheer for our re-subscriber. Have you tried Storov in a Drakuseth Reanimator? I have not. Our opponent's playing a, 4-color Life from the Loam, Renin 6 type deck. Well, alright. We will keep. We will put... Yeah, let's put Ugin to the bottom. Well, hopefully Weathered Wayfarer is going to be able to find our Nykthos. That's like plan A. Play the plains, Weathered Wayfarer, pass the turn. Phone it, untaps. Yeah, Renin 6 is annoying, but we really want our Nykthos. Maybe we should have cut the Weathered Wayfarers. After last game of not hitting Nykthos, I just really, really want a Nykthos. Ghost Quarter. And there's the Bob. Opponent passes. Well, let's border post. Play the land. No attack. So at least we're going to be able to get a... Ooh, opponent's got all the bobs. At least we're going to be able to snag a Nykthos. Although Ghost Quarter is going to deal with it eventually. But maybe we'll have enough time to get value out of it. Tutors lets you play so many cards that would otherwise never see play. That is true. That's one of the fun things about toolbox decks. Hey, what's up, Mika Salo? First time watching your stream, have to say I love your work. I play tons of MTGO with decks inspired by your plays and meet huge number of janky players, which all know and love you. Keep up the jank. Thank you so much, Micah. I definitely appreciate the kind words. Okay. Well, I guess maybe we should have just got our Nykthos. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. Opponent gets it. Hits us. Well, I was not expecting that. Play Auric Champion, play Weathered Wayfarer. The old Ghost Quarter yourself to get another Ghost Quarter line. Opponent got us. Hits a Windswept Teeth. Digital Chaos! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. We have, oh, what was the question? Oh, Wheel of Sun and Moon. We have Rest in Peace. So we do have answers. Octomonicon for the 2nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Our opponent... Jeez. Our opponent Ghost Quartered themselves, so they didn't have enough lands for us to activate Weathered Wayfarer. Oh, this is not going well. Opponent's got all the random cards. Ruined Halo. I guess we name Liliana. Pass the turn. Oh, we could just never get a Nykthos. Opponent. Loam's back there, lads. Ugh. Yeah. Well, discard Leyline. Maybe next game we just gotta. Maybe next game we just have to mulligan for Rest in Peace, which seems fairly unbeatable. Yeah, I guess we play Boros Reckoner. Ugh. Dark Confidant draws our opponent Azusa Lospa Seeking. Yeah, Wayfarer can get any land. Yeah, maybe I messed up. Maybe I thought our opponent did. Wow, opponent's got it all. I thought our opponent went down on land, so we didn't have the ability to do it. Jeez. Well, opponent's had a really good hand. I'll give him credit for that. Cracks it, and I think we're pretty dead. Laval and Iona both seem like worthy inclusions in this deck. If we ever drew a Nykthos, they could be. You can kind of play any big legend. Opponent plays land, runs everything out, gets in with Dark Confidant, draw an extra card. So while we play Snow-Covered Plains, we play Auriok Champion. Oh, the fizzle of fizzles. Dark Confidant hits a Thalia. Boy, opponent's deck is something. Yeah, our opponent's deck is pretty janky. It's definitely taking the, 5-color thing to the max. Opponent's going to start to Ghost Quarter us for no real apparent reason. If anything, this thins our deck in a pretty helpful way. But we are going to need to draw something eventually, or this just goes wrong in a hurry. One of these days, we're going to draw... One of these days, we're going to actually do what our deck is trying to do, and it's going to be sweet. Match 1 was a little frustrating with the Stream Sniper. And we just aren't hitting Nykthos. Opponent takes up, discards a land, plays a land. So opponent's kind of out of cards, but not really out of cards. Hits us to 16. Passes. We draw nothing. Pass the turn. Yeah, opponent's deck is definitely spicy. Got a lot of colors and a lot of stuff. Thankfully, we're playing a lot of basics. Although they are going to run us out eventually. Opponent, Dark Confidant, Liliana, number 2. I mean, opponent's down to 6, although I assume they're going to be able to... What in the world is going on with our opponent's deck? Literally, what in the world are they doing? Opponent gets back some lands. I think our most realistic chance to win is our opponent's Dark Confidant killing them. I don't think we're going to be able to win in any other way. So we need the Dark Confidant to stay alive, and our opponent to flip expensive things off the Dark Confidant. Down to 11. Really? Really? I'll pass the turn. We can't have many lands in... How many lands are in our deck at this point? When we've drawn 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh, God. Wow, the fact that we're drawing lands every turn when we have, no lands in our deck is less than ideal, I would say. Pass the turn. Opponent. Dark Confidant. Knight of the Reliquary. Okay. Our opponent's probably got to kill their own Dark Confidant here. Although we don't really have any draws that can win us this game. Opponent gets in. Yeah, we held the land in hand in hopes of our opponent taking up their Liliana and dying to their Dark Confidant. Opponent. Liliana. Yeah, kills our own Dark Confidant. Trying to cast Life from the Loam with Thalia out. Cracks down to 2. Gets a Dryad Arbor. I'll play Knight of the White Orchid. Grab a land. Play the land. Pass the turn. Oh, we're going to get Ghost Quarter locked, though. Hey, welcome, Don't Take Naps. Good to see ya. Hey, thank you. Wow, Newmont with a huge host. Good God, 1,600 people. Well, welcome fans of Newmont and fans of Limited. Hopefully, you've been having some fun. I think Newmont was drafting earlier. Yeah, the old Loam Thalia plan. Yeah, I don't know. Our opponent's deck is spicy. I'm not convinced that it's good, but it's spicy. Are we officially out of lands? We are. So strip mine mode achieved. Well, I guess in subsets I got to give our opponent credit that they managed to strip mine lock us with us having like 18 basics. I'll play Weathered Wayfarer. Pass the turn. Opponent cycles Barrenmore. Dredges. Yeah, we really need Graveyard Hate one of these times. Opponent blows. Yeah, this is just like land destruction. Land destruction might be our opponent's primary plan here. Knight of the Reliquary. Is there any way we can steal this? Is there any way? Ticks up. Gets in. Down to 4. Another Knight of the White Orchid. And block. I guess we're not literally dead on board. I don't think we can win from here, though. Opponent, that was interesting. Pass the turn. Yeah, we don't have any top decks that can win the game, is the biggest problem. And now we're locked into chump blocking our board away, so we're not going to have devotion to Loam's back. All right. Yep. Well, okay. This time we got to draw a Rest in Peace, I think, is what we need most of all. I think your win condition was their Bob. Yeah, we tried to keep it alive. I don't think Worship is very effective because our opponent's playing Assassin's Trophies. We can't play On Thin Ice. We know that that's a blowout. Basically, we need to hit a Rest in Peace or Atomic. Those are probably our best cards. Huh. Well, give our opponent credit for somehow strip mine locking us with 13 basics in our deck. That is pretty impressive. Yeah, I'm not a fan of trying to get people a timeout. That's not really fun to me. I don't like it when people do that to me. It has always driven me crazy. I mean, if I end up winning by the opponent timing out, that's fine. But intentionally playing with that being my game plan, I don't like that strategy. Dr. Winterbottom for the 9th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Is Ulamog better than anything here? I mean, the problem is getting an Ulamog on the battlefield. That seems to be... I mean, Ulamog's fine. Ulamog is definitely fine. The main problem is just how do we get anything on the battlefield? I guess we can cut another Runed Halo. I mean, we can keep the Ulamog, I guess. We just haven't been able to get any, like, explosive draws going. Alright, we get to play first. Well, okay. I'll start with a ley line. Land, border post, pick up the land. This is more like what we want our hands to be like. Closer, at least. Pass the turn. Please, no Ancient Grudges. Please, please, please. Yeah, this is mostly in line with what we're hoping for. Windswept Heath if our opponent passes. Ugh. Another Nykthos is not as exciting. Three Nykthoses. Oh, last game we were begging for a single Nykthos, and now we kind of got the other problem where we're just Nykthos flooded. Opponent, Ren in 6. Ooh, rest in peace. What time? What time with the rest in peace? So we have 3 mana symbols. Oh, I bet our opponent's going to hit Ancient Grudge. Well, Border Post. Replay the land. Oh, if we get Ancient Grudge, it's so bad. Oh, please. Please not that. Anything but that. I mean, next turn we actually get to cast something if our opponent doesn't Ancient Grudge us into Oblivion. Unexpected Urza was pretty fun. I was pretty happy with how that turned out. We need to split up our Nykthoses better. We want to draw like 1 or 2 each game instead of none into 3. split them up a little bit better would be helpful. Overgrowth Tube tapped. Gets back the land. Opponent, pass it. Loam, okay. I'll play Nykthos. Play Thalia's Lancers. Okay, now we have options. All right, chat. What are we getting, chat? What are we getting? Our deck is finally doing its thing. This is where it's tough. So, Tomic is cheap and likely to be castable no matter what goes wrong. Our big stuff could be castable, but is more risky if things go wrong. Jukebay, welcome to the fish. We're not getting Nykthos. Sereno. Juicebait, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for our new subscriber. Alright. So, I mean, if nothing goes wrong, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If nothing goes wrong, we can cast anything. Although it might be better to plan for something going wrong. I kind of want to take Little Karn. That shuts down Ren in 6. I think we take... So, alright, here's my argument. We take Little Karn. If nothing goes wrong, we get to Lattice Lock our opponent. If something goes wrong, at least we can Karn and tutor up something like Liquid Metal Coating and start keeping Ren in 6 in check. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, take Karn. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Do they dredge? I think this splits the difference between... Because, like, if they Ancient Grudge us and blow up both of our border posts, suddenly we're in a really sketchy spot. But Karn is most likely to still be able to do something in that position. And the best case, if we consider it a 10-mana play, where we play it in tutor, lattice, and lock, that's still roughly as good as... Ooh. We're actually kind of okay with being ghost quartered. Since we have all these Nykthoses in hand. Opponent. Yes, the reset press. As soon as they add Modern to Arena, which will be between now and 1,000 years from now, but then we probably won't have to play Magic Online anymore. But for now, I just love Modern. So there's still some Magic Online streams just for the purpose of Modern. Opponent gets back the Ghost Quarter and passes. Whew. Does our opponent have an answer? Seraphin, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Ugh. The Ballister! Welcome! Thank you for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Modern is the best. Never stops the videos, even though Moto is just pretty as arena. Yeah, that is true. That's why we still play some Moto. Maybe we just Elish Norn and try to kill Ren in 6. That seems like it could work. I don't really want to Karn only to get it killed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Assassin's Trophy seems likely. Well, let's go this direction. Let's Elish Norn. This grows Thalia's Lancers to a 6/6. Which maybe lets it kill Ren in 6? Ooh, okay. Okay. Man, maybe our opponent just bluffed and had nothing, and we actually could have Karn locked. I kind of think they did. Hey, Juke Mate, thank you so much for the cheer. I love you too, definitely appreciate it. Opponent cracks their Windswept Teeth. No Ghost Quarter this time. We might be good now. We might be good. Godless Shrine, tapped out of 15. Opponent, 4 mana, Damnation. Oh, we don't have enough mana, do we? One, two, three, 4. Karn. Yeah, we're just short. We don't have 10 mana, though. So, Weathered Wayfarer. 5. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play another Nykthos. Go up to 8, go up to 9. So we're 1 mana short, right? We could start killing lands. That actually seems fine. Yeah, let's Karn anyway. Let's play Karn. Five mana, 6 mana. Play Karn. Take down Karn. We haven't seen any bolts. We've seen a lot of like assassin trophies type stuff. Get a liquid metal coating. Plains. Liquid metal coating. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Turn off Stomping Grounds. All right. Just wanted to say I think you rock and I love the content you make. Thank you so much, Nikolai Bolas. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you. Bonnet. Gaddock Teague. Okay. Ghost Quarter. Well, Gaddock Teague is obnoxious. Opponent passes. Now play Auriok Champion. Add a bunch of mana. Oh, we can't even play Leyline. Boo. Boo and hiss. We got a new donation. A $20 donation. Good Lord. Thank you so much. From Juke Mate. Here's more money, Seth. I've got plenty of gems at Arena, so I'd rather give them to you. MTGGoldfish for life. Well, Juke Mate, thank you so much for the donation and for the cheer. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I guess we just start attacking the lands. Actually, let's Weathered Wayfarer. Take a Nykthos. Stomping Grounds. Take up. Okay, opponent Ghost Quarters themselves. Alright, next level. Gets a Blades. Well, we'll pass the turn. Opponent has Path. Ugh. Come on, finisher! We need another Thalia's Lancers. Opponent untaps. Saw this deck last night. I didn't have to go up against it, then won F&M Friday. Yeah, Hogak is still making its presence felt in Modern, that's for sure. Knight of the Reliquary. Oh, maybe we should have just went for the Karnlock when we could have. Gets in at us. Hits us. Passes. Well. Kill the Overgrown Tomb. Ruined Halo. On Knight of the Reliquary. Pass the turn. But we're locked under Gaddock Teague. Where's our Ulamog? Opponent has another. Well, they're thinning our deck nicely. Deck is being thinned. Opponent untaps. Can we? Oh, man. Opponent. They can get their lands back once they start dredging as well. Opponent combat. And we're going to lose our Karn. Yep. Oh, we need one of our big things. We need a Thalia's Lancers. Blast Zone. That is annoying. Yeah, we're actually still at a lot of risk of losing here. Loam's back a bunch of lands. Knight of the White Orchid. Doesn't really do anything. Pass the turn. Oh! Yeah, non-creature spells converted mana cost 4 or greater can't be cast. We need a Thalia's Lancers. We need Ulamog, Thalia's Lancers. Lancers is the card that's supposed to hold the deck together. That's the card that's supposed to make it work. Opponent land untapped down to 13. Liliana. Takes up Liliana. And we'll discard Leyline. This has been a long match. Opponent. Somehow, still more lands. Pass the turn. Opponent, tutors. Ugh, I don't know about this deck. Maybe this deck is not nearly as sweet as I was hoping. I don't know how we always manage to have, like, no lands in our deck, but also continually be mana screwed. That is pretty annoying. Opponent. Taking up. Canistropes! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent, Liliana the Veil. Well, we'll discard a Nykthos. We have a lot of double-colored mana costs, so it's hard to blows up our Nykthos. It's hard to run more colorless lands, because we have so many double and triple-costed stuff that colorless lands end up being a big issue. Opponent. Passes. Well, we're running out of time to draw something. It's got to be this turn. Loam's back. A bunch more lands. Passes. We're a 17 land deck. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent cycles, dredges, gets back, or maybe they didn't dredge. Sack stuff, grows a Knight of the Reliquary. Why don't you play fair decks at Commander Clash? I play the fairest decks at Commander Clash, Veriment. Opponent cracks. We might just die to this Knight of the Reliquary right now. Gets a Stomping Grounds. Untaps. Like, if our opponent cracks Blast Zone, we just lose, right, to Knight of the Reliquary? And we can't do anything about it? Ghost Quarter. I think that's how this ends. Is we just lose to this Knight of the Reliquary. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 power. That looks lethal to me. Blast Zones. 13 power. Yeah. And I think that does it. And the fizzle is on. Yep. Ghost Quarters themselves. Hey, what's up, Armchair General? Ghost Quarters themselves. And, yeah. I was so excited for this deck, but... so far it's been a frustrating league. Got Stream Snipe lost. The deck seems to have a really high fizzle rate. Hey, good game, Goddard Hazard. Yeah, opponent's deck look fun. I feel like this deck has an extremely high fizzle rate. It seems like we just constantly flood out and never have access to action. And I mean, it is a mono white deck, so I guess in some ways that makes sense, but I don't know. We've had games where, I mean, discounting the stream snipe loss, which there's not much you can do about that, but we've had games where we either flood out or we just actually draw stuff, but we don't draw Nykthos. It seems very inconsistent, has been my impression of it so far. Before we go to the next round, a reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom, and if you need some new M20 cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com, and even get a saffron olive sticker if you are in the mood. Just mention it in your order notes. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Cycle lands seem like a solution. Possibly. Could try some cycle lands. How do we figure out they were Steam Striping? Well, they named a one-of card that they hadn't seen in our deck with their Meddling Mage, and their username appeared in the chat a little bit before that, and then as soon as the match ended, that username left the chat. So it's not, I mean, I guess it's not 100%, but when you add together those three things, especially the username and then the username leaving as soon as the match finished, seems pretty likely. Okay. I mean, this is a hand that could get picked apart by Thought Seizes, but in theory, we have turn 1 Border Post, turn 2 Knight, and we can get to an Elspeth pretty quickly. I mean, I think I'm a little bit shell-shocked and am expecting something to go wrong, but in theory, this is kind of like what our deck's hoping to do. Well, okay, this is actually a mixture of, like, spells and finishers. Let's Border Post. Pick up the land. Haven Locals! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. We got a lot of non-creature spells, especially the Border Posts, that are really clunky with Thalia, even though Thalia is really good. Never seen a stream. Finally, I'm witnessing one. What do you think the new set announcement? Ooh, well, welcome, cool guy. I think Throne of Eldraine seems really cool. If I had heard Fairy Tale World, I would have been a little skeptical, but based on the art and the description of it, I'm pretty hyped for it. And then, what's our opponent have? Wrenn and 6. Boy, apparently this card is popular. One of these days, we're going to play Wrenn and 6, and we're going to draw a Rest in Peace, and it's going to be It's gonna be the greatest day. Not today, but one day. Well, let's Knight of the White Orchid. Snag a land. Pass the turn. Opponent on depths. So yeah, I'm excited for Throne of Eldraine. It actually is. I'm really hyped for this set. It actually looks really sweet and really cool. And Innistrad is one of the best sets of all time. And if this is like Grimm's Fairy Tales version of Innistrad, that sounds spectacular. So, opponent. So we're not. I mean, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong, we're not that far away from casting Elish Norns and Elspeths. What about the white spell that returns 2 permanents from a graveyard to the battlefield? Definitely a powerful spell. It's a matter of figuring out a way to use it. In this deck, I don't know what we really have going to the graveyard from the battlefield consistently. So I think you need to really be built around a specific plan. But this deck doesn't even have fetch lands, so I don't think this deck could really take advantage of it. But I do think it's a really powerful card. Well, let's play Brimaz. Go to combat. Hit Ren in 6. Play Snow-Covered Plains. 1, 2... So we have 5, 6, 7. If our board state stays like this, we get to drop Elish Norn next turn, and that could be a game-winning line. Like, Elish Norn is really insane. So we're kind of rooting for just, like, Bloodbraid Elf into nothing super relevant, and then Elish Norn should be able to steal this. Okay. Or they have Fatal Push on Brimaz. Gets back a land. Well, now we're not going to be able to Elish Norn this turn. But we're still not in the worst of shape. Another Ooze. Opponent's on Ooze Tribal. Opponent passes. Hits us. 18. Sure. Alright, we draw Border Post. Well, Border Post. Pick up a land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, play Auriok Champion. Go to combat. Attack Ren in 6. Opponent has Lightning Bolt. I'll play Snow-Covered Blades past the turn. No Thoughtseizes, please. I mean, now we can play Elspeth next turn. That's good if nothing goes wrong. We're fighting. We're fighting a Claude. The printing of Blast Zone seems really bad for this deck. I mean, maybe if it was really heavily played, I could see that. Ooh, there's Bloodbraid into Tarmogoyf. 1, 2... Ooh, wait. About it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Boy, it's happening. I think it's happening. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Oh, untapped? Why untapped? Okay. I mean, in theory, Elish Norn's just absurd. Being able to eat something with Scavenging Ooze does help. Opponent attacks, hits us. We take it. Sure. Eats it, so they're going to get to keep one of their dorks alive. Down to 15. Yep. Gets back on land. Boy, Ren in 6 is good. Well, play Knight of the White Orchid. Gain some life, get a land. Nykthos. Elishnorn. Okay. Attack Ren in 6. And what do you got now, opponent? The tide is turned. The Norn is here. Opponent, yeah. Ren in 6 down to 2. Cycles Barrenmore. Fatal Punch doesn't kill it. Lightning Bolt doesn't kill it. What else does our opponent have for it? Opponent. Yes, the Grand Tide is turned. I wish they had the Phyrexian Elishnorn online. That's one of the sweetest promos. I still think that's one of the sweetest promos that has ever been made. The Phyrexian language Elishnorn. Opponent takes down. We will sack a yeah, let's go Knight. That's fine. And now we get to follow this up with Elspeth, which is also insane. Opponent gets back a cycling land. Well, I think we might finally be getting our win. Opponent passing. I wonder if they just scoop to this Elspeth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leyline's also good. Play Leyline. And then Nykthos. Elspeth. And this is without drawing Thalia's Lancers. Elspeth makes some dorks. Gain some life. And things are looking up. Things are looking very much up. Go to combat. Attack Ren in 6. Attack Ren in 6. Opponent McCreary, welcome to the Fishbowl. Yeah, Elspeth is great with Elishnorn out. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I'm still expecting that we're gonna go back to Theros in the next year, and that Devotion will be part of it. I mean, obviously that's not a guarantee, but that is my guess of what the future will hold. Opponent. I guess we should have played the land because of Liliana. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Opponent, what do you got? What's wrong with this deck? I don't know, Tracy. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I mean, I think opponent takes up, sure. I think it looks like a pretty reasonable deck. I don't see anything that's glaringly wrong. Maybe there's not really much removal, but I guess it's mostly focused on the combo, so that's probably fine. I think it's mostly that just the reason that like the Murderous Redcrap style combos haven't seen as much play is people have just moved to the Vizier Druid combo. Is a little bit faster, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that build. Devotion is well liked by players, encourages monocolor strategies, thematically relevant to Theros. I'd be stunned if we didn't see it. Yeah, I would expect that too. Opponent, passing. Fubaman, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Well, make some dorks, gain some life. Weathered Wayfarer. Gain some life. Yeah, I guess we attack with the soldiers. Is there a way this goes wrong? Instant land. Okay. Yeah, attack with the soldiers. Get in there. Hey, I love you too, Matt Gullitz. Thanks for hanging out. Most people see the list and everyone tells me it's bad. Ooh. Well, that's a way things can go wrong. Opponent drew into the Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, that is a draw and a half. Opponent blocks, blocks, and this is post-combat. Yeah, that was a good draw. Now we are at some risk. If we lose our Elspeth and we can't negative it, then things are really sketchy. Opponent's only got one card in hand, but still. There is risk of this going wrong here. Opponent. Garrett Grim Huntsman. Is this going to be a Garrick set? I know they said there was going to be a Garrick set, but do you think it's going to be a Throne? It could be. Opponent, combat. Attacks. 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 Well, block, block, and also block. We have some very live draws. We're not going to draw like Thalia's Lancers at all. Opponent. Yeah, I guess we should have just activated after combat. I wasn't really thinking about the potential blowout. If they have another Assassin's Trophy, then it's really bad. Oh, we have such good draws. Can we hit one? Can we hit one of our good cards? Opponent. Thinking it over, thinking it over. Jace on the throne. Takes up. Discards. Sure. Land. What's the last card? What's the last card? Oh, it's just a land. Okay, that's good. Oh, and we drew a Thalia's Lancers. That's really good. Well, let's play Thalia's Lancers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this is what we were waiting for. This is exactly it. Thalia's Lancers comes down. Now we get an Ulamog, and that's what we were finally hoping to have happen. That is exactly it. Auriac Champion, triggers, gains life. Thalia's Lancers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, we will tutor. Oh, man, we could also Karn Lock. And let's Ulamog. I think Ulamog does it. Flow some mana. Nykthos. 11. Ulamog. Each you. Each you. Now we don't even have to take down our Elspeth. Opponent, gonna gain some life. Sure. Opponent, gonna gain some life. What do you think of Wizards pushing the Brawl format? So, I think that Brawl makes sense for Magic Arena. I think the pushing it in paper is weird. I thought that Brawl had sort of mostly just died. So I'm not really sure how much demand there is for playing Brawl in the paper world. But I think that it's a really good addition to Magic Arena, and I guess my main concern is with the decks. I think there's... An opponent scoops it up. All right, that's what the deck can do. That's what the deck can do when things run well. That was pretty good. That was pretty much what we were hoping for. My one concern is that there might be some ridiculously expensive cards. Because I don't know how many of the pre-con decks are actually going to sell in paper. And I think that that's a concern. If there's cards that are like standard staples, I could see it being an issue as far as the prices being really high. What do I think about the new boosters? The new boosters, I think, are cool. I view them as like... So, you're probably familiar with like scratch-off lottery tickets that people that aren't very good at math play. But, I know lots of people who, because at one point I worked at a pizzeria that was attached to like a gas station, and I knew lots of people would go in and buy like $2 scratch-off tickets That's kind of normal. I feel like the $25 new boosters are the people that go in and buy like the $25 scratch off tickets. I think it's a limited market, and most people are not going to spend $25 on a booster. But since all the cards are available in cheaper normal boosters, it doesn't really bother me at all that they're doing these expensive boosters. So that's kind of my main feeling on that. Will I buy them? That I don't know. I could see me opening one for fun, but I mean, if you consider that if they really are like $25 a piece, it's going to cost a lot of money. Like what, close to $1,000 to put together to buy an entire booster box. They they're included as a buy a box, right? I believe they are giving away one of the boosters along with the buy a box promo for this set. So, but also, they're going to be for sale for somewhere in the $20 to $25 range. So yes, you can get one for free for Throne of Eldraine in specific as like a promotion, but the main goal is to sell them. Yeah, I definitely want to do an EV breakdown on it. That's on my list. I think it's either going to be awesome or horrible. I think it's either going to be, hey, thank you, Hijackal, thanks for hanging out. I think it's either going to be that they have a lot of value, they have some eternal playable cards, and they end up being worth way more than $25 and sell out instantly in like a Magic set or a Master set, or there's not going to be any eternal cards. The prices are not going to be that high, and they're going to drop down to like $10 and be sitting on the shelf. I remember, if you've been playing for a while, you probably remember the foil boosters from Shards of Alara block, and I'm pretty sure those were a disaster. I'm pretty sure those just like didn't sell at all because the local game stores that I was around, like a year or two later, had them sitting around marked down. I don't think anyone bought them. Like, so I think there is a risk of that happening. Big nips and magic tips. Well, thank you, Big Nips and Magic Tips. Alright, more Nykthoses. Well, run out, Weathered Wayfarer. Hope for no Renin 6s. Pass the turn. When does the next set get released? I believe it is the end of September, beginning of October. I think the official release date is the first week in October, but I believe that like pre-release stuff and online stuff will be happening the end of September. Hey Seth, just got back from vacation. Hey, good to see you, Green Mage MTG. Where did you go for vacation? I'm doing vacation. I'm going to hang out in Vegas, I decided, for some vacation. My vacation for the summer is staying in Vegas. I'm staying an extra few days after the GP to hang out and do Vegas-y stuff. And then I'm going to go to, I believe, oh, thank you for the free land. Wow, that is fine with us. We are very fine with turning that. Oh my god, so many Nykthoses. And then I think I'm gonna go to Riot Fest. Ooh, went to China. Awesome. I've never been to China. Were Phil's rapping as bad back then as they are now? Oh no, the foil warping is a more recent issue. I think they just weren't very popular. But yeah, the foil warping is a more recent issue. Back then, the foils, they seem to be pretty solid. I've never met Vince in person, so I'm excited for that. He's going to be fun to hang out with. We're going to do some fun extra stuff. I'm going to do some fun stuff at the GP, like the commander party and some other stuff. So there's definitely some sweet stuff that I'm going to do at the GP. I'm excited for it. Last time at GP Vegas, I just 100% hung out and like talked to people, which that was awesome. But this time I'm going to hang out and talk to people and meet people but also be able to do some events and stuff, which is going to be fun. Oh, well, this is boring, but yeah, I think we just do this. Karn. Border post. Opponent cracks. Yeah, we might as well just smack this Liliana with border post, and then if our opponent doesn't top deck, we just lock them. Not as fun as it could have been, but pretty effective, I think. Get in, hit the Liliana, and see if our opponent can top deck. We're about to be 1-2. I'm still a little salty about our first loss. Opponent draws nothing, and I believe that should be the game. We will discard Ugin. Sure. Opponent. Passes, and I mean, this isn't the spiciest win, but we'll take it. Karn, tutor, lattice, cast it, and good try, Jund. We got a border post in our sideboard now. Grab the lattice, land, and they scoop it up. Okay. Up to 1-2. We still got a chance to feed the. Our opponent's not scooping? I don't think I've ever seen anyone play after the lattice lock was in place. Well, Thalia's Lancers. Tutor. And opponent scoops it up. All right. Back on the winning track. And that showed what the deck could do. There is power. There is power with the deck. That was a pretty good performance. Oh, man. Today's Budget Magic deck is sweet. Next week, super sweet. Way is MTG putting out sets so close together nowadays? Or why is MTG now putting out sets so close together? I think it's more just supplemental products. I think that's the change. Then if you look at the actual release of the 4 main standard sets a year, it's basically the same as it always was. However, we're getting a lot more supplemental products, and it seems like the spoiler seasons have been longer. So I think it feels like the sets are closer together, when actually it's more that there are more sets. Am I just the public face of MTG Goldfish? Are you involved in more? So I'm the content manager at Goldfish. Richard is the owner. Richard does all the back end stuff. He founded the site, and I started writing there not super long after the site was founded, but I was not there at the very beginning. There was a time when Goldfish didn't have any content or articles at all. So, I mean, I think. I guess I'm kind of like second in command based on seniority or whatever. I don't know. But Richard is the owner, and I am the content manager. So it does end up being that a lot of my stuff is like public-facing content stuff, and his stuff is more behind the scenes, keeping the site running type stuff. But yeah. Jay Zoller for the 34th month. You remember a time before Goldfish? I do too, kinda. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. What is our opponent doing? Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Oh my god, opponent kept a 0 lander? What is going on? I'm so confused. Okay, Auriac champion. Why would our opponent keep this? Hastafarian for the 17th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Oh, that. Oh, that's what happened. Oh. We picked up our land for the border post, so I couldn't copy anything with Vesuva. I wish we hadn't played a land. We gave him a freebie. Huh. Oh, that's Ruined Halo. On Primeval Titan. Border Post. Boy, we'd love to draw Nykthos. Get in, hit our opponent. I think, what happens to Vesuva? I think it just, oh, they have the Amulet. Are we just gonna die? Well, okay. Not a bounce land, at least. Opponent's on the all-white, oh my god. That's not good at all. Okay. Brimaz. Oh, dear. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna die. It seems pretty likely that they kill us. I don't know if I've ever seen this deck have 2 amulets and not go off. Alright. There's a bounce land. Essentially infinite mana. Okay, taps, untaps. Taps, untaps. And even if we live, we're not really doing anything. There's the Titan. Up to 22. I mean, Ruined Halo's kind of a good thing, but it doesn't actually really save us, because they can eventually just transmute for engineered explosives and blow it up. So it might keep us alive this turn, but it's not going to keep us alive forever. Yeah, this is a pretty unfair deck. Our deck is pretty fair in comparison. We're playing all of our border posts, hoping to draw Nykthos, and our opponent's just like, game. Just Primeval Titan, good game. Opponent gets in, gets some more lands. And now they're probably going to have counters up, potentially. Yeah, 2 amulets is ridiculous. Is the next set going to be like unglued set that is just for fun, or is it going to be competitive set for standard? It is a standard set, Tracy. Why are there so many sweepers in standard? Why can't it just be a single 5 mana, all one color that forces you to destroy the lands used to cast it? Jay Zoller, you hate everything that's fun. Drawing Nykthos would give us some shot, except I assume, well, we'll see. We'll see what they do. They can probably transmute. Okay, Secure Tribe Scout. Well, let's draw Nykthos. That would give us hope, at least. I'm surprised they didn't transmute for something. Scout. Okay. That would be sweet if we had Nykthos, but, alright, play Thalia. Lancers. Gain a life. I guess we got a tutor for Nykthos? Yeah, take Nykthos. Do we live, is the question. No attacks. Do we even get to untap? Opponent. We know they can transmute. They already have the Primeval Titan. When are we going to get Strip Mine back in standard? I miss it. Oh. Mana Mars, that seems unlikely. Oh. Alright. I think we've been janked out. Yep. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's what Karn does. Good game, good game. Ew, and we don't have... Lands can't be the target of abilities. Does this do anything? That doesn't do anything, right? Can Karn get a Pithing Needle from the sideboards to stop engineering explosives? Yeah, it can, except there... In that case, it was just going to get Mycosynflatus, which stops engineered explosives and everything else in existence. Pretty sure Karn was probably a mistake. I think it's actually probably a lot more egregious than Big Karn. At least Big Karn You gotta spend 7 mana. A little card. Well, it doesn't seem as obvious. It seems to be the best thing for basically any deck with a lot of mana to do. I mean, Lattice was never even playable until Karn came along. I wanted to check out my mill build for M20, done well and competitive. Ooh, let me see, Eladron Gaming. Ooh. That looks fun. Kind of a self-mill, draw the whole deck type plan. I like it. Jaces and Tamios, Risen Reefs. That looks like a really fun deck. Leyline of Anticipation with Wilderness Reclamation, spicy. Is there anything that we have? I mean, I guess Ghost Quarters should come in. Mastery of the Unseen, no. Rest in Peace, no. Stony Silence, no. Grand Abolisher, no. Atomic, no. I mean, we can bring in Worship, but it's not necessarily going to do enough. We can probably go down Heloid. I don't think making a bunch of 2/2s is going to save us from prime time. And then maybe the Boros Reckoner? Leyline, actually Leyline doesn't, at least Leyline adds mana. Alright, we'll give it a shot. MTG Arena needs to let me revalue cards for matchmaking. It hasn't figured out that Mono Blue and the Resurrection decks are real decks that should be paired against my, and shouldn't be paired against my garbage. Like, can we keep this? I don't know if we can keep this. This hand's good at making mana, but it just doesn't have any payoffs, and it seems like that's been one of our easiest ways to lose, is the all mana, no payoffs hand. Alright, so Elish Norn to the bottom. A Leyline into play. Snow-covered plains. Weathered Wayfarer. Pass the turn. Are we dead on turn number 2? Colony Garden. For our opponent makes a dork. Passes. This is so awkward. So we cannot play a land to try to tutor up a land, but if our opponent plays a bounce land, that doesn't work. Or we can play Nykthos and hope we draw a land. Yeah, I mean, I guess we play it. Oh boy. Bone it. That's the point. Karn's a cool toolbox. The only thing Lattice does is lock. Karn would be playable and cool for some decks without Lattice. Lattice should have been banned with Bridge. I mean, that's probably true. At this point, Karn's not really a toolbox, though. Karn is... Ugh, we still need more mana to cast anything. Well, get in with Wayfarer. At this point, Karn isn't really a toolbox. It's just get Lattice. I mean, sometimes toolboxy things happen. Azusa, ugh, alright. Sometimes toolboxy things happen, but in general, it's not really that toolboxy. Yeah, there would potentially be a window with the trigger on the stack. But it's still risky. Our opponent could potentially play around it. Well, okay. Brimaz. I mean, we're making strides. But I'm not sure if this overcomes a Primeval Titan. So we pass the turn. Brimaz at the ready. Our opponent doesn't have an Amulet, though, at the moment. Which does make it a lot harder for them to just go off. Summoner's Pact. Gets a Titan. Plays a Gemstone Mine. Okay. Well, at least this is a fair Titan. Fair in the sense that it's not hasty, and our opponent has to spend mana to pay for it. How does the opponent get around the trigger on the stack? Azusa. Our opponent could potentially just not play a land. And then we're stuck doing nothing, and our opponent... Leyline is to make mana, primarily. Opponent passes. What do we have mana-wise? 6. So we can't Karn. We can Thalia's Lancers. Alright, I guess we Weathered Wayfarer. Nykthos. Play a land. I guess we could have... Yeah, I guess this is fine. I think we could have made Nykthos mana and then searched for a land and played a second Nykthos. Maybe that's better. I think this sets us up pretty well for next turn. We will take Karn. Pass the turn, and our opponent does have to spend a chunk of mana paying for their Titan. So pass the turn and see what happens. Opponent 4 cards at hand. Huge Elf Boy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Well, resubscriber. Hey, doing well, Huge Elf Boy. How are you? Opponent paying the price. Yup. What do they got? What do they got? Opponent combat. Attacks. Get some lands. Ghost Quarter, Growth Chamber. Do we kill it? The problem is we lose 2 mana symbols. We block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6. Yeah, I guess we got to keep our stuff alive. This plan is very soft to our opponent just having Pact to Negation, but opponent gets in, down to 14. Ghost Quarter. Six more mana. Primeval Titan. Well, now the issue is... Wow, they must have top decked that Primeval Titan too. Now Karn doesn't actually do anything. Huh. Okay. Like, we get the Karn lock, but then they just kill Karn. And all this goes for nothing. We draw a useless land. Huh. There's no ensnaring bridge. No. Karn is just Karn isn't the focus of our deck. It's just a one of tutor target. Huh. So we can play big Karn, but then we just eat a Primeval Titan and die. Yeah, I mean, that's probably our only option, but I don't think it's a... Like, don't they just kill us? Like, we can play big Karn. Opponent. Thinking it over. And there's a Pact to Negation. And that does it. That does it. Double Strike, Trample. Yeah. Alright. I mean, the problem is, little Karn get coding, then they just kill Karn, and then coding doesn't do anything. That's the concern. I mean, none of it would have worked if they had Pact to Negation in hand anyway, but the Karn lock only shuts down activated abilities. So it shuts down the lands, but it doesn't do anything about the 6/6 tramplers. For you, which is the best deck in Modern? Not this deck. I feel like the deck might be slightly better than our record is showing, but definitely not this one. Probably like, is it Phoenix, maybe? That's probably the easy pick. Yeah, I don't know about Heroic Intervention, Tracy. I would probably drop that. And play some removal in that slot. I like Court of Calling, though. I don't think you need a million removal spells, but I think maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of a playset is fine. Sometimes you can skim to like 3. Karnlock would have been sweet if we could have gotten it down. Yeah. Then we would have just won the game from the Pact trigger. Any chance we get to see more unexpected Urza Tron today? Probably not on the stream, although maybe we'll play some more in the future. So round 1, we lost because our opponent was looking at our hand, I believe. Then that was against humans. Who do we... that was against humans. Oh, then we played a crazy, like, 4-color loam deck that was really close. But we lost. Then we beat Jund. Then we just lost to Amulet Titan. So I feel like our deck is really close to having another winner too. Jund is definitely a top tier deck in Modern. Boy, that's also the second time that we've. Also, the second time that we've drawn Leyline as our first draw step, which is rough. 0-8 today. That is rough, Jay Zoller. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's border post. I'm sure we'll be hammering at some point. Not today, probably. I'm pretty sure that this deck will probably be the only deck we get to play today. We've played some really long matches, but in the future, I promise. Opponent Remans. Well, play Snow-Covered Plains. Border Post. Pass the turn. Yeah, we are kind of down on mana, though. Get in, hit our opponent. We can get back some of that mana with Knight of the White Orchid, potentially. Opponent. Wow, what is going on? 4-color snow? Yeah, we do want to snag a Nykthos at some point. I'll play a land. Knight of the White Orchid. Remand Tribal. Now they might be able to kill our Weathered Wayfarer. We wanted a Knight of the White Orchid into a land to activate our Weathered Wayfarer, but opponent's doing a really good job of just keeping us off of doing anything. So, is this a Scapeshift deck? Oh, we're so in trouble. Well, Knight of the White Orchid. Finally works. Let me take a land. Border Post. Actually, let's play a land. Border Post. Pick up a land. And pass the turn. Okay, so we get to get a Nykthos and have a decent amount of mana next turn. And maybe that's enough. Maybe. Yeah, double Remand is rough. Remand is such a powerful card. Opponent grabs a land. They shouldn't be able to escape shift us to death this turn. Although they probably are going to have counters. This is a interesting take on escape shift. Opponent. I think John is a good deck, Command of Mystery Davy. It's definitely moved up the ranks of the decks in Modern. It used to be one of the best decks, and it is now one of the best decks again, I would say. Well, Weathered Wayfarer, get a Nykthos, untap, play Nykthos. Add some manas. Yeah, I guess we got to do it now. Play Gideon of the Trials. Play Leyline of Sanctity. Emblem Gideon of the Trials. Go to combat, get in. Oh, maybe our opponent isn't scape shifting, or they're out of counters? What's going on? Now I don't know what's happening. Hot take on Grixis Urza. I've been playing it today, a lot of fun, and can pivot to the matchups well. Yeah, I think Grixis Urza is good. I think Urza is one of my picks for... Wow. Ojutai's Command, get back Sakura Tribe Elder, draw a card. That's one of my picks for breakout card at the Mythic Championship this weekend. Yeah, what are you expecting? This is our first Modern Pro Tour with Modern Mulligan Rule and also, or London Mulligan Rule, and also Modern Horizons. Opponent, Iced Fang Kodal. I have not played against this build, Escape Shift. I still assume it's Escape Shift, but I guess it could be some... It's got to be Escape Shift. Land for our opponent. I mean, we have some layers of protection at the moment. And opponents only has one green source somehow. Not Scape Shift? I still think it might be. What are they doing with, like, Sakura Tribe Elders, if not Scape Shifting? Oh, maybe they're making zombies. I guess that's possible. It's just so much worse than killing your opponent, but I guess it's anything's possible. Wilderness, yeah, okay, could be Wilderness Reclamation. I think my bet's probably still Bring to Light Scape Shifts. So far, we've only seen snakes. It is kind of Snake Tribal. About it. Making mana. Unmaking mana. Combat. Attacks. The new Shift decks are playing Kodal and Ojutai's Command. Alright, so it's probably just a build Escape Shift that I haven't played against yet. Hits Gideon. Passes. How much mana do we have right now? 9. Maybe we just get another Nykthos and go to town. Do we even need to get another Nykthos? Alright, let's take up Gideon. On Kodal. Play Ruined Halo. on Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle. Add a bunch of mana. Auriok Champion. JMS, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. And Elspeth. And our deck's kind of going off. Resolves. Weathered Wayfarer. Grab another Nykthos. Elspeth. Make some dorks. Gain some life. Yes. I mean, maybe they're just playing a fair deck. Yeah, go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. We have multiple layers of protection against Scapeshift if that's what our opponent's doing. Although Bring to Light maybe can find something else that's bad for us. Pass the turn. Alright, there goes Gideon. So that was protection number 1. But we have Leyline plus Ruined Halo, so we still have some. We're playing a pretty fair deck. I mean, it can be crazy at some points, but in general, I would say this is a pretty fair deck. Fair-ish. Like, what's the most explosive thing this deck can do? Probably play something really big on, like, turn 5. Maybe turn 4. Hey, thank you, Clorotis. I'm glad you like the beard. I will always take beard compliments. Opponent. Bring to Light. X4. Four. Alright, Supreme Verdict to Wrath the Board. Sure. And to Fairy Time Raveler. Takes up. Sure. Well, make some dorks. Clean Cup for the 2nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. I'll make some mana. Play Thalia's Lancers. Tutor. Get... Oh, how much mana are we going to have? Play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Alright. Well. Okay. Karn the Great Creator. Nykthos Part 2. Tab Nykthos. Karn. Take down Karn. For Lattice. Play Lattice. And opponent. They actually, yeah, okay, we got there. Not the most thrilling win, but we'll take it. A win's a win. I want to give a shout out to Card Kingdom. I visited their location this weekend, gave me a scoop sticker and my HM1 booster when I asked for it. Awesome. Yeah, I've always had really good experiences with Card Kingdom. The whole sponsor thing, it's weird to me. Honestly, I came from kind of the indie music, sellouty, like, that's who I was. So I always have had a hard time with, like, sponsorship and money stuff. That's just not something I care about. Like, I'm super thankful for donations, and it lets me live and eat, and that's super awesome in my job. Like, I love all that, but I've just not ever been someone who's been motivated by money. If anything, I tend to be the opposite of that. So sponsorship has always been something that's been weird for me personally, just because of, like, my personality and what I'm used to. But I was super excited that Card Kingdom wanted to sponsor the stream, because I've used Card Kingdom for a long time. Like, I was using Card Kingdom, selling buy list orders and stuff back before I ever made content. So that part is super awesome. And it's, yeah. So I really am happy about the Card Kingdom sponsorship because it's a company that I have actually really liked even before anyone would have ever even thought of sponsoring anything. So, can you argue for a Karn ban similar to Smuggler's Copter ban can go in pretty much any deck? I think there's a good reason to argue for Mycosynth Lattice over Karn, because I think you can. We should sideboard actually, because I think that you can. All right, let's try it like that. I think that you could do fun things with Karn. But yeah, I think the biggest argument for banning something from the combo of Karn for Lattice is just how many different styles of decks can play it. And I think that is... Ugh, this hand doesn't do anything. Like at all. And I guess we're going to 5. Alright, as far as 5-card hands go, this is not the actual worst. Lancer's bottom. Border post bottom. Alright. Leyline into play. Well, not many cards in hand, but this could work. Starting a keto diet today. First few days are hard, you've made it better. Well, good luck, Tracy X. Yeah, I imagine that is pretty hard. I've never actually tried it, but it sounds like it would be pretty challenging. Yeah, let's just Weathered Wayfarer. Pass the turn. There used to be this MTG streamer called Goat Tribal that only played Mono White Devotion, not only using Nykthos, but Springjack Pasture and Springjack Shepherd to delay the game and get more mana. I remember Goat Tribal posting things on Reddit. I don't know if I ever saw a stream of Goat Tribal, but Seam Vents for our opponent tapped. And passes. Well, alright, let's Border Post. Replay the land. Pass the turn. Tomic actually seems pretty sweet. Tomic shuts down Scapeshift, right? Maybe we'll see more Tomics in Standard. Tomics is a way to shut down Scapeshifts in Standard. Hitting 6 mana isn't the easiest for most decks, so the Copter argument doesn't hold up. They'd likely ban Lattice, but not sure yet. We'll see what the Mythic Championship looks like. I expect that there probably will be more bannings eventually in Standard. Although, alright, opponent gains some life. Although, I don't know if we're there yet. I think we can wait and see exactly what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can't quite Nykthos yet. Well, Weathered Wayfarer. Get a Nykthos. Play a land. Tomic. And pass the turn. Yeah, in Modern, mostly because of Mycosynth Lattice Lock. Does Tomic even stop Scapeshift? It stops Nissa. I believe so. Lands on the battlefield can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponent controls. So I believe Scapeshift says target land, right? Sack. Oh. Huh. I guess it actually doesn't. It doesn't actually target. It just says sack any number of lands. Huh. Well, today we learned Scapeshift does not actually target. I guess I've never actually read it. I know what it does. I just never actually read it. I just assume that you sacked like any number of target lands, but I mean, Tomic, it's a flyer. It adds to devotion, so I guess it's not. Maybe our opponent won't know that Scapeshift doesn't target. That's possible. Bring the light X4. That seems possible. Maybe they don't know. Vote it. What do they find? 4 colors with their Bring to Light. And Mind Sensor would be sweet. Tomic is, the main reason it's in the sideboard is it's good against Renin 6 style decks and Loam style decks. That's its main purpose. Opponent gets it and it says, sure. Down to 16. Passes. Well, play Nykthos. Add some mana. Thalia's Lancers. Go digging. For a... I guess we go Ulamog. And Ulamog seems fine. Take Ulamog. Weathered Wayfarer. Get a Nykthos. Play another Wayfarer. Pass the turn. Well, get in with Tomic, then pass the turn. Alright, opponent! You better do something. Because we got a new Ulamog coming. Karn Lattice... The thing I like about Ulamog is it's uncounterable, and we were getting remanded into Oblivion last game, so I kind of like the fact that Ulamog is going to at least trigger uncounterably. Can this actually shock us with Leyline out? It cannot. Okay, another Leyline. Well, add some manas. 9 mana. Leyline. Okay, force a negation, sure. Well, Nykthos. Keep the new one. Mana. Ulamog. Uh-huh. And we will just go land. Don't really care about the creatures. We're gonna beat the creatures. Well, let's Weathered Wayfarer. Nykthos. Weathered Wayfarer. Plains. And this has probably been the best that our deck has done in any match so far. Eat a couple lads. Get a massive Ulamog. Yeah, let's just pass. We're just going to trust that this Ulamog's going to win. Stay on defense. Don't get janked out. Opponent gets to flip, make a wolf, sure. But Ulamog eats away the library. Opponent untaps. I guess I can have Path that we're needing to draw something. But I think we're doing it. Opponent plays land. Tapped. And, yeah, this is all atomic text that isn't really doing anything relevant. Yeah, I don't know why it needs to be written so much. Opponent gets to flip the Huntmaster. We draw more lands. And I'll go to combat. Attack with Ulamog. Eat away the library. And this means they shouldn't be able to escape shift kill at this point. Opponent blocks. Yup. Well. Yeah, playing land, pass the turn. Alright, opponent. What do you got? Can you survive the Ulabog? This deck needs Blood Moon. Ooh. I mean, it would shut down Nykthos, but it actually would... It actually would be pretty good outside of Nykthos. Other than that... Flickering does happen sometimes on Magic Online. It's not all that uncommon. I don't know... The text might be a little excessive. I don't know if they actually need that much text. Boat it. Combat. No attacks. Well, keep getting lands out of our deck. Increasing the deck fitting argument, crib style. Increasing our options or odds of drawing action. Oh God. Well, Thalia's Lancers. This might let us win in multiple ways. Resolves. Yes. Ugin. Another Nykthos. Make a bunch of mana. Ugin. Resolves. Tutor up a land. Tutor up a land. Ugin. -4. Combat. Attack. Eat away the library. 2 cards in the deck. We're killing our opponent in every way possible. Down to 8 and... We've thinned our opponent's deck nicely. What do you got, opponent? With your 3-card deck, 2 cards in hand. Escape. Okay. Do it up, opponent. Do it up. Do it up. Opponent's decks their lands, passes. We draw a card. Oh, we could just rub it in even more. Well, we will be nice. Attack. Kill our opponent. And... oh, so we finish. That was a good one. That was one of our best matches with this deck. So technically, we finished with a 2-3, which, not an ideal record. We would have liked to win a little bit more, but we played some close games. We got stream sniped one of the games. So I feel like we probably should just buy just a few treasure chests, like enough that if we had actually posted a winning record, because it's only fair for all of the fans. It's only fair for all the fans, all of you, that we get to open a treasure chest, because one of our losses was to a stream sniper. If we had won that game, we would, or presumably a stream sniper, but if we had won that one, we would have had treasure chests. So let's crack some chests. Let's 8 treasure chests. That seems like a good way to wrap things up for tonight. See if we get lucky. Yeah, maybe 3-2 is not bad. I mean, it's definitely not horrible, but we deserve some chests. The kids gotta eat. The kids gotta eat. So let's snag our chests. 8 of them, 19 tickets, and yeah, see what happens. A tasty little treasure chest treat. Alright, 8 chests to feed the children. We play historic post-rotation even though it's a casual format. I'm sure I'll at least try it. Is how much I play it will mostly depend on how enjoyable I find it. But I'm sure I'll at least try it. And it'll also depend on what all you want to see. Like, if it's something that is in demand and people really want to see, the odds definitely go up. So, all right. Chest 1 of 8. Come on, complete set. Elvish Clan Caller. Not worth anything, but a good Elf Lord. Heretic's Punishment. Definitely built some decks around that in Innistrad draft. 5 play points. Well, not a great start. Number 2, Molder Slug. This card is actually hilarious in Mirrored Limited. It's one of like the best cards because the set was so artifact heavy that you could build like anti-artifact, and just making the average limited deck in Mirrodin sacrifice an artifact every turn is insane. And 45 play points, so no real value, but sweet. MTGGoldfish, does that mean if the beard shaving and buzz cut are in demand, we'll see them? I don't know if I'd go that far. I love ya, but when it comes to the beard and the hair, I don't know if I go that far. Mind Grind, I remember that being a popular casual card. I haven't seen that scene play in a while. Demon of Catastrophes. Okay, no value yet. Come on, 5 more. Give us some value. Mana Reflection. I bet this is really expensive in paper, or at least reasonably. 15 play points. Not really worth anything online, though. Halfway through, can we get anything good? Ooh, we have the uncommon chest. Are they worth anything? Probably not, because they've been reprinted. We finally get cards that are on, like, the curated list, but we get... but we get 2 random uncommons. Remand is worth 53 cents. Inquisition of Kozilek is worth $3.15. So that's the best card we've opened so far. Yeah, alright. Next up, we get Crypt of Agadim. This was really good in one Commander Clash deck. It's hard to build around, but it can be powerful in the right deck. Leyline of Combustion, new M20 card. Hasn't really done much yet. Well, 2 more. 2 more shots at something sweet. We get, Pyroblast and Nykthos. Man, we're hitting all the M20 cards somehow. Nykthos is worth $269. It's actually worth something. And Pyroblast probably isn't worth much of anything. $269. So that's actually the best chest we got so far. That's like $5. Well, last one. Here we go. This is our last chance for a complete set for something awesome, and we get Necroskitter. I think Necrospitter is spiked in paper, but not on Magic Online. Well, at least we got 45 play points. We did do pretty well with play points, so... Oh my god. Yeah, Pyroblast has come down a bit because it's been reprinted a few times. And also... Is Blue Elemental Blast now legal in Pauper? I believe it is. Is it not? Oh, it is. Yeah, so now there's like a budget alternative, which is very close to being the same. So it's not, yeah. It's not as in demand because of that. Oh my goodness. What's a full set? Yeah, you can literally open a complete set. Every card in the set. So, for example, we could open a complete set of M20, and we would get 1 copy of every card in the set that you could then trade for a decent amount of value. But 1 copy of everything. There's also foil ones. So we would get literally everything. I don't know why I have it on Pauper, don't I? Yeah, so that's what I've always wanted to open, but I never have. Anyway, everyone, I think that does it for today. So, only standard sets, Josh Anna. Standard sets, I think that Guilds of Ravnica is still in there, but the rotating ones have fallen off. So pretty much the last year worth of sets or so. So I think that does it for today. Good news is we will be back tomorrow night, probably playing some standard tomorrow for our stream, 6 p.m. Eastern. So reminders on the way out the door, replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one, in the future. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff coming up. There's a playing Pauper this week. There is Commander Clash. There is Modern Mayhem. There's Against the Odds. Tons and tons of sweet stuff. And a Budget Magic in 5 minutes. One more reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. I stream Monday afternoons, Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m., all Eastern time. So 3 times a week. Unless it's spoiler season, then it goes down to 2 times because of daily videos. But a reminder, our sponsor tonight, Card Kingdom. You can get all your new M20 cards from them, even get a Saffron Olive sticker. So thank you to them for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. You are amazing. I love you all. It's always a blast to hang out. So have a wonderful Monday. I will be back tomorrow for more streaming. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Until then, have a great one. And yeah, see you tomorrow.